Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Automation Hub Sathak, and from today we will start a very important topic that is known as object oriented programming in Java. And of course object oriented programming is very important for Selenium perspective, because Selenium WebDriver is completely object oriented in nature. So if you understand object oriented programming thoroughly, then of course framework designing and understanding of Selenium, working around with Selenium will become extremely easy. So without any further ado, let's begin. Okay, I will need to delete this and again show you. Okay, continue. Fine. See, I have created a small package, Oops YouTube channel of mine, wherein whatever I'll tell you in Oops concept, I'll put everything in this package. Okay, so let's begin. Let me make a class and let me make the class known as animal. Okay, I'll just make a class animal and I'll explain each and every logic why. So before we move on to you know actual coding, let's understand a little theoretical aspect of things. So first and foremost, we'll cover a lot of interview questions. We'll first go through the theory and then we'll do a little bit of practicality. I will not tell you a lot of things in this video because this is an initial video. First you need to understand what is a class. So this is a question. You can find n number of answers at n number of places, but this is something which I need to tell you in a very simple layman's term so that you understand and then apply that logic in practical Java coding. So the book's definition says the answer is, what is a class? So the answer is, see, class is like a template. It is kind of a template, okay, or you can say it is kind of a blueprint. And what does it do? Which it describes behavior or state of an object which it supports. And the one more thing which is very important, class is a logical form. Okay, what is a logical form and why we am using this term, it is a logical form, I'll tell you all of that. So as of now, just understand, class is a logical form. It's a hypothetical logical form. It is kind of a template which will describe the behavior and state of an object which it actually supports. So that means object will be inside a class. Okay, so let's go ahead and understand deeply objects, and then once we understand objects, the definition of class will become even more prominent. Now the question here is, what is an object? So the answer is, it is instance of a class. So what does this actually mean? It means they have certain states and behaviors, okay, and I'll show you a wonderful example. Okay, they have certain states and behaviors. So now the question will be, what do you mean by state? What do you mean by behavior? Okay, to tell you this, I'll show you a very small fundamental example which I have just created. Okay, now can you see this cute little pet? He's not little, of course, he is a very big dog. Okay, his name is Romeo and he's a Labrador breed and his color is fawn. So name, breed and color are the states of this particular object which is a dog. Of course, if my dad will kill me if he gets to know that I called Romeo a dog. Okay, he's a sweetheart. But then let's say for example, Romeo is an object, and he has the name and he belongs to the Labrador breed, and his color, as you can see, is fawn. Now let's see what other things are. Now Romeo likes to pose a lot. It is kind of a behavioral aspect. Can you see? The way he's posing. Okay, cool. This is one of his behaviors. Now, Romeo, like typical dogs, loves to sleep. Okay, see, this fellow has nothing to worry in this world, so he loves to sleep. Now, as typical as things goes, even when he was an infant, he loved to eat. He still loves to. That's his birthday cake he's having. So Romeo is a big time foodie. He loves to eat. So that becomes a typical behavioral aspect as well. And then this is the worst thing, he hates doing it, but sometimes he does it, out of pity for us maybe. So Romeo guards the house. It's not his most trending behavior, but once in a blue moon he does. Okay. So okay, jokes apart. Now we learned few things about, let's say for example, we learned few things about the object, and the object here is a dog. Okay, so what does this, what does, what did we understand from that particular, you know, instance of the PowerPoint slide? We learned that the dog is an object, okay, and there are certain states of his. What are the states? States of the object, we'll get to know. So, the states are, he has a name, okay. In this case, his name is Romeo. That's our Labrador. He belongs to Labrador breed. Okay. So he belongs to breed. Okay, I'll write like this so that you people will remember. Labrador. Okay. And then, of course, his color is fawn. Fawnish white. His color is. So these are the three states of this particular object or the dog here. Now we also got to see some behavioral aspect of his. Okay, so behaviors of the object, and first and foremost, he loves posing. That's my sweetheart. He loves to pose, and he loves to sleep. He cannot stop eating. Okay, and sometimes he guards the house. So guarding, so these are certain behaviors Romeo depicts. These are his states. Okay, he has a name. He belongs to he belongs to the Labrador breed, and his color is fawn. And these are certain behavioral aspects of that particular object. So that is what an object is. An object has state and behaviors. So from this, we reach to a conclusion that objects are a logical as well as a physical form, whereas class is only a logical form. It doesn't have a physical form. So this is the difference between objects and classes. And of course, objects are created within a class. Classes are not created within objects. So this is a typical understanding of an object. And what is the class here? Of course, class is animal. Okay, because at the end, a dog is also an animal. But do you have any pictorial representation, any physical form of an animal? An animal can be a reptile, an animal can be an amphibian, an animal can be a four-legged animal. We human beings, we are two-legged, we are also animals. So, but we can categorize objects like dog is an object, human being is an object, okay, and let's say cow is an object. So these are various forms of objects. The class is animal class. So I hope you understand. I'm just trying to explain what is animal, what is class, and what is object. So now let's do one thing. Let's go ahead and just write a very small program to understand the behavioral aspect and the states of what this particular object has for this class animal. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So we have the name of my pet. Okay, sorry, I'll call it object. So we have the object's name to be Romeo. Okay, then we have his age. I didn't tell this, but his age is around 7. He is 7 now. Okay, now we'll have his what do you call what are yeah, his breed. Okay, sorry, I forgot. So he is a Labrador. Okay, now uh, his color is fawn. So we have these four states of our object, which is animal. So here below are the states of the object dog for the class animal. Okay, so these are the states. Now we have certain behaviors as well. So what we'll do is we'll make methods for each behavior. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll make method for each behavior. Public void. So posing is a behavior, so I'll make a method and I'll write a syso. My Romeo loves to pose. Okay, oops, see, I'm making a mistake. I'm creating a method inside the main method. Sorry, guys. So this is what happens when you write too much of theory. Okay. So people do this mistake. Please don't. Okay. Now I will make another method. Public void sleeping. Okay. This is another behavioral aspect. So I'll write here loves to sleep. Okay, now I'll create another method eating. My Romeo loves to eat. Okay, then we'll have another public void. What was the other one? Guarding. Oh, he doesn't love to. So I keep forgetting things. Okay, my Romeo hates to guard the house. It is not innate with him. He hates it. So these are the four behavioral aspects of our object, and these are the states of our object. Okay, so these are the four behavioral aspects of our object. Now how do we actually make an object? It's very simple. We make, as I said in the definition, object is instance of a class. So this is how you make an object, by the key help of the keyword new. So what is the name of the class? Animal. So this is the object. This is actually, we have created an object, but to represent it better, we will do one thing. We will add class name. This is the object reference, new animal. So this is the object. Please guys, don't make mistake. This new animal is the object, which I have already mentioned here. Okay, this is the object reference, and of course this is the class. This is how you make the declaration of an object. This is a new keyword. You create this object, and this is what you're initializing the object reference. And now via this object reference, I can get access to all these behaviors and all these behaviors as well as all these states. So let's go ahead and have an access. So animal dot name. Okay, animal dot age, animal dot what we else we had, breed and color. So we can also use this particular object reference to have access to all the behavioral aspects of that particular object. And what are the behavioral aspects? We have posing, okay, we have sleeping probably, yes we do, we have eating I guess, yes, and we have guarding. So with this object reference which we have created, uh, and this is the object, so the object reference, with this we can have access to all the states and behaviors of this particular class. So that is why we call object as instance of a class. Basically because object is created from a class. Okay, so this is the object. Object is created from the class. So I hope up to now with this small video you people actually understood what is a class, what is an object, what are the states of an object, what are the behavioral aspects of an object, and why we call object as an instance of a class, and how can we create an object via the by the help of a class, and via the object reference how do we get access to all those states and behaviors of that particular class. Okay guys, in the next video I'll tell you something which is very important, and that would be our global variables, class variables, or instance variables, which are actually these which we have defined as these states. I'll explain to you in a different way, and we'll also look into static and non-static in the forthcoming lectures. So please please practice this, look into Google, follow my YouTube channel, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel Automation Hub Sarthak. I hope you like the session, and if you have any doubts, please do not feel anything untoward to ask me doubts. I'll definitely get back to you. You can find me here in case you want to message me personally. If you do not want to comment in any of my videos, you can find me in LinkedIn as well. This is my LinkedIn profile, and you can find me here too. Okay, so anyways, thanks guys, thanks a lot, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Sarthak here, signing off.